NFL 23 on EA Sports. And up next are the Texans' Offensive Player of the Year. There are a few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Texans.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Garoppolo. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Ready, red, blue striker. Yellow, blue. Black ultra. Red, yellow.
They'll try and throw for it here. He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play call that they needed to go a big way. And I'm still not even buying that one. I'm reaching on
You're
that.
searching.
Actually reaching. But I do know this. On the other side of the field, that coaching staff was screaming at their defense. If you don't handle this one right here, this is a great opportunity for us. Take it away, guys. And they did.
And now excellent field position. Throwing on second down. Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Garoppolo on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And now it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Harris coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinter's blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it?
Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on third down. Loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
So on fourth down, all is the punter Ryan Wright.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. Being chased out left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll set up a throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Russell. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Zone red. Flag blue. Field black.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Let's go, fellas. Let's get some love.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive?
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Texans post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the 6. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. His interception on that last drive set the other guys up pretty good. They had solid field position. They cashed him with a touchdown. Now he's got to try to get things right here. 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Harris. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
That was a 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now out comes Houston. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Hey, green, you don't blue.
They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
Let's go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete.
Down inside the 10.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On second down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag rate's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for downfield there. And it's 3rd and 5. Not
sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. Back now in Houston, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Vikings on third down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is Thielen, it's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Hockenson here.
Touchdown, Vikings.
T.J. Hockenson. 35 yards. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll set up to throw.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. He's got a man, complete.
Go ahead.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back up and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Garoppolo to throw. His throw incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you play really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. You'll ever see just one play resulting in the touchdown.